Recording in progress.
And we are back.
I'm glad to be back.
Yes, we are so back. Everybody on Pilled, on YouTube, BoostTube, on Rumble as well. Go ahead, smash that like button, show that support. Whatever you guys could do, help out. Follow Linda. Linda, where can everyone find you? Everyone's missing you. Tell them now.
Well, you can find all my old videos on Rumble, on McAllister TV, on Rumble, and on BitChute as well. And I just started posting on YouTube they didn't give me my channel back yet. My channel is under review, okay? But I went ahead and started a channel, and it's at The Real Snarky 2025. It's McAllister TV,
Yeah.
but that's where it is. But I did it. I don't have that many followers, so if you guys would mosey on over there and follow me, I would be eternally
it.
grateful. And then I have a new thing that I'm doing, which is about health, ascension, the whole ascension process, fasting, all kinds of things, at just at Linda Paris. It's called Happy Human Ascension. So it's only for humans.
Yes, no reptilians, no
No reptiles,
scumbags.
no reptiles.
No
Please.
reptiles, no scumbags.
May I say something really quick that
Absolutely.
I forgot to ask you about this?
Sure.
James Rink, you know him from Super Soldier Talk.
Okay.
He has that channel. He's ill, and there's some. He's going through a very, very, very bad time. He thinks he might have been hit with a heart attack gun, actually. But anyway, I'm asking people, and I know, would appreciate it if people could send him, I mean, good healing vibes. Just put him in your mind if you know James, or pray, prayers for him to heal, because I know that works when a whole bunch of people focus like that.
Prayer in numbers.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to ask that, of people, not me, but James, but also me for James. So,
Absolutely. No, yeah. Everybody out there show James that love and support. Just put it out there into the ether, and
put
it'll
it
help
out.
him. Yeah. Put it out there into the ether for our friend James. Listen, guys, we are back. It is episode 1. I wanted to continue with the episodes, and I thought about it, and I was like, could this be episode 35 or whatever? No, I think we're going to just reboot, start over with this. But guess what? You could go back and watch all the Beyond the Headlines on my YouTube channel. They're all there. Go ahead, go back and watch all of them. There's so many good ones, even the one with Roseanne Barr. It's like 2 hours and 55 minutes. She spent so much time with us. So you could go back and watch all those episodes on my YouTube channel. So definitely do that if anybody cares to. That would be great. But today we're going to be talking about the multiverse. And I know people have covered this. I believe me and you covered this a long time ago. It may have been like our 3rd episode or something way back in the day. We covered this, and we wanted to revisit it. We wanted to put this back out there, and, we're in a different time, and I wanted to put this into ChatGPT, and I just wanted to know what AI thought about the multiverse. So I will show you guys, and you can see it up here. I'll blow it up for everybody on the screen really quick. There you go, as you can see. The idea, Linda, of the multiverse, that our observable universe is just one of many, is still speculative, but it says it's gaining attention and has become more seriously discussed in cosmology and physics. Here's a breakdown of where things stand. What's going in its favor? Some cosmological theories, such as eternal inflation, naturally led to a multiverse type picture. In these models, the universe inflationary phase never fully stops everywhere. So bubble universe is formed. I've never heard of that. A bubble universes, plural, become formed. The so-called fine-tuning problems that certain physical constants appear delicately balanced so life is possible will lead to some physics to argue that a multiverse provides a natural explanation. If many universes exist with different constants, it's no surprise we're in one that supports life. A recent paper from 2025, Linda, argues that some types of multiverse models, specifically a holistic one, with a unifying structure that can leave empirical traces may in principle be testable. Wow. The fact that fewer new natural explanations for certain observed phenomenon appear in particle physics has somewhat increased interest in multiverse style reasoning. So again, do we trust the science? Not many of us do anymore. And that's okay. I think that was meant to be. But when it comes to stuff like this and you start asking what we now have out there where something can generate something quick,
Right.
it pulls everything, negatives, positives together, article, whatever it may be, and throws it into your face. And the first thing that it comes up with is what's going in its favor. That's pretty interesting to me, that we just go straight to it. Yes, Linda, go ahead.
I wanted to say a couple of things. That History Channel has one on the multiverse, and they were kicking around all kinds of possibilities. Like they were saying, well, it could be like this, it could be like this, or maybe it could be like this. But one of the things that I was listening, they just all describe it as a parallel universe, which is something that I've heard my whole life, a parallel universe. So that's the multiverse, a parallel universe. But listen to what this kid said. And he
I
said
can
it
play
when
the
he was,
video if you'd like. I have all the
well,
stuff
I wanted to break this down word
with
per
the
word
child.
because
Okay.
yeah, he's talking fast and you're like going, what? I mean, he's talking some serious
Probably a star seed,
stuff here.
if I were to
Oh,
guess.
I absolutely think 100% correct,
Yes.
Tommy. So this is what the first thing he says, and he's talking about CERN, okay? He said the particle accelerator, which is CERN, altered the weight of one particle, which destroyed our universe and shifted it into the universe that was directly next to it. And when they talk, they're doing their hands like this, that they wave. It's the Mandela effect, that they cross over, that's how that happened. And it says, and shifted it into the universe that was directly next to it, the parallel universe. And so there's a fluctuation in our reality of things that are actually real to us, but different in different realities.
So essentially is, and I've thought about it this way and looking more into it, is basically there's like multiple versions of yourself, multiple versions of everyone at the same time. And then you can even bring in things like deja vu, and people will be like, they'll kind of negate that and they'll be like, that's just your brain remembering something that may have happened. But I think it's something different. It's almost, and this really ties into what you're saying, it's almost like these courses, this Mandela effect and this weaving scenario is your past, your future, your present, all at the same time may be coming together, interlocking, and just for a moment, they kind of hit, and you're like, I've done this before, and I know everyone out there has felt that exact same feeling where you're like, oh my God, like I've been here, I've said this, I was wearing this, the weather was the exact same. I don't think that is something that you can just chalk up and negate and toss off to the side. There's no way. And I think it has a lot to do with the multiverse.
You touched on something when you were talking too. You said the weave. And who says that all the time?
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people, myself included, believe that the Trumps are a time travel family.
Yeah.
The weave.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
All those Ingersoll Lockwood books with Barron in them, and
Barron, yeah.
Putin and Mike Pence even being mentioned. All that stuff is just so strange. And I know there's old videos that we've talked about long ago that are still up on the YouTube channel talking about that. But I mean, what are the odds? I mean, when people say you're watching a movie, some of these things may
Right.
come in and out, and you're just kind of like, there's no way this is real. There's no way what I am watching is real right now,
Well, Barron is a real enigma
isn't he?
because, yeah, he, first of all, he's like, what, 10 feet tall or something?
I think he's like 6'11".
you know, it's whenever there's an event and he's there, you can see his head all walking, like Melania never has to worry where he is because she can
Right?
just look out over the crowd and see his head. Yeah, he's taller than everybody. Not only that, he seems a lot older than he really is.
Yes, I would also agree that obviously, I mean, that is an appearance, that we see on television. We rarely get to see him. I don't know what he's doing. Where is he at? NYU? He's not there. That's a very liberal school. Where is he at? I know Kai Trump's in Miami. Where does Barron chat? Where does Barron go to school? Did he go where Trump went? Let me know.
Um,
I wanted to read this really quick. This is a great comment over here on BoostTube. Timelines are like invisibly flickering things, like a hummingbird's wings. It's almost poetic, to be honest. I do like that. Yeah, invisibly flickering like hummingbird wings. And I think that's very true. And then you bet you'll get a glimpse or something like that, and then you can see right in, and you're like, my God, like it hits you. It's like what do people call that, Linda, when you have an epiphany? I believe that is also part of the multiverse when you get an epiphany.
I've also heard that when you dream,
Sure.
you're actually going into other dimensions and stuff. And when you try to remember your dreams, it's just like what that person just said. It's like a hummingbird. It's hard to remember your dreams. It's really hard. You almost have to keep your eyes closed and grab a piece of paper and pencil and try to stay in the dream
Dream
because,
journal. I never have the patience to do it, and I've always wanted to.
oh, you should, because I did one and it was unbelievable because I began to start acting in my dreams. Like, I'd be like in a dream and some stuff would be happening. And I'd think, I should get up and write this dream down now. But I
Isn't
was
that
still
lucid
dreaming.
dreaming?
Yeah, I'd say I should get up and write this down now, but it's too boring. And then I, one time I just wrote it down because I thought it was too boring. And when I read the paper, it said that I was in a mall with a pair of special pants on that were split at the bottom. And when I walked in them in a certain way, I went like rolling. It started pushing me and rolling me through the mall. So I was doing this dance and working with these pants and moving through the mall. But in the dream, I thought that was boring. That wasn't in a good, I don't know why. So dreams are so weird because they're like that. What it was it she or he or whoever just said that about the hummingbird.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a she or a he.
But
Yeah, but that's who it was. Yeah, it's flickering so fast that it's like a hummingbird's wings, like reality is.
yeah.
An invisible this plane that we're on, that we're parallel
Oh,
or linear with, is very interesting. That we
talking about the actual frequency.
Yes, well, yeah, like that you
Yeah.
can kind of go in, go out, go in, go. I mean, and it happens so randomly, and when it does, you're like, my goodness, it's crazy. Oh, this is interesting from Honest Content. Good to see you on Pilled. The mall dreams are a big thing now. I believe this is a
Oh,
female.
really?
They have groups that meet in their dreams at the mall.
Oh my God.
Honest Content, you're female, right? Am I right about that? It's good to see you back. Good honest name. Love it. Um,
Yeah, I wonder how many other dreams I've had about malls.
Yeah, I know, but
Because
going in and out with these things is just crazy. You talk about dreams, you can talk about epiphanies, you can talk about deja vu, all these sorts of things, and then you could say this to anybody, and they would negate it, which I find to be pretty asinine and pretty lame. You sent me this video that I wanted to show. Just the beginning. I don't know how far you want me to go into this. This is
oh,
the
I don't care. I
this
just
is the
sent
History Channel
it.
video that you
Yeah.
watched. So what? Maybe like a minute or two.
Yeah, the opening is really good, and it explains copies of Earth and all of us are infinite. And the whole video, that's where they start saying, once the first part is explained, then they talk to a lot of different scientists and they kind of take it from there. Like they only go so far at the opening because they don't know, and so these scientists are saying, well, it could be do this or it could do this. And so it gets really, really wild on that video, all the theories that they are coming up with about the multiverse and how deep it really goes and how many multiverses are there. And I've even heard that an idea under the right circumstances can become another universe, that if you're good at manifestation, that you can manifest another universe. That Anyway, I shouldn't have brought that up.
You're
but
good. No, I do. I
I
truly believe in manifestation, 100%.
well, because I don't know enough about it to really talk about
I
it too much,
understand.
other than to
I don't
say
either.
that, yeah,
I just know
yeah.
that it's real, and I did it, and I truly believe in it. I'll go into this. I'll show the opening, and then as you've seen this, I'll definitely. This is my first time watching this. So it'll probably be everybody's first time watching this. So let's pay attention and get into this a little bit. How about that? Let's go.
There may be other worlds out there.
Universes, budding off other universes.
Where there could be an exact copy of our solar system, our Earth, and each one of us.
Where everything's pretty much the same, or maybe only just slightly different.
But where are these other universes? Why can't we see them?
Because we're in different dimensions.
Can this be true?
If there are extra dimensions of a certain size and shape, this experiment will find them.
The question isn't whether they exist, but whether there's 1, 2, 3, or 4 different kinds of them.
This sensationally means the universe sits in a sea of parallel universes.
I love it. The first beginning scene that they show, probably about, how long was that? About a minute long. The first 25 seconds they show CERN. If this thing, and he literally goes, I'm paraphrasing, he goes, if there are multiple universes, this machine behind me, he's pointing at the Hydro Collider. If this thing right here, it'll find it. And I'm like, yeah, I know. You and your Freemason, Masonic freak shows are going to find something, and you're going to bring something into this world. That's what you're trying to do.
Or they will have created it somehow with another, universe that they can all go live their new world order in. I couldn't actually see that, so I'm not sure what you showed. But what I wrote down about the multiverse, what was in that you just showed, was copies of Earth and all of us in infinite universes.
Yes.
Infinite copies of us in infinite. That's also, I thought, doppelgangers too. When I started researching this, I thought this explains doppelgangers.
You know what this takes away from? I believe that this takes away atheism. That how, if it's like we are eternal, and they believe, a lot of atheists, well, all atheists believe you go into the dirt and you're done and it's over, it's lights out. How can you say that when I don't know, like looking at this kind of stuff, I just kind of find that we are actually eternal.
Yeah. And in the end, we have eternal life. We don't really die. So a lot of people will say when somebody's murdered or there's some kind of tragedy, but I've been looking into soul contracts and all of that stuff. And apparently, and I believe this, we choose our parents and we choose when we're
Yes.
going to die. That's part of our soul contract because we have missions when we come down here. And we also have soul missions that for ourselves, to grow. And I've also heard that every time you end up screaming at the sky or doing any of these things, when you're doing shadow work, and you just can't
What is
take it,
shadow work?
that's when you have to really look deep into yourself and find out why you are the way you are.
Ah.
Basically, you have to look at every dirty, rotten thing that's ever happened to you and sort of clear it out. And because when you lose your temper and when you go negative, there's a reason for each and every thing. And that's what they talk about when they say mirror. People who, when somebody says something that triggers you, it's a mirror of something about you that you don't want to face. And they're forcing it. They're putting it in your face. You know what I mean? Does
I
that make
totally
sense?
understand that. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, that, I don't know over the amount of time. I think I've been doing this. It was January 1st, 2018. So I've been doing this, but I was awake, probably a year prior to that. It was around there. So probably 2017. Um, when when you say, oh, they want to put it in your face, they want to show you who you are. I don't get angry. I almost get extremely emotional when something is put in my face that is a reflection of myself. I'm not like I'm not an angry person at all. I don't get frustrated anymore. I don't get angry necessarily anymore. I mean, I'll get kind of peeved, but I mean, but I will get extremely emotional if someone starts talking about something that I'm like, oh my god, like like childhood or things like that, or
Right.
like you mentioned that when we were off air before we came on, something
Yeah.
about love, and you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I almost like broke right then. I'm like, I haven't even been on the air with you in for so many years, and then you say something about my past, and then I was just like, I don't remember saying that, but it hit
Yeah.
the heartstrings, and it's just those things
Yeah.
really do get to me.
Well, I think I'm more talking about subconsciously. Like when you get mad at something, you're not mad at the actual thing. You're mad at something about yourself that somebody said to you from your past. It's your past and also past lives and family trauma. So all of those things are stewing inside a lot of us on purpose. They have to keep us in low vibration.
Sure.
So they have all these mechanisms for that, like television and movies and stuff like that, that keep reminding us about these things that happened in our lives. But the truth of the matter is that our lives are a journey and that source, God, the creator, has,
100.
first of all, I believe we signed a soul contract for this. And we agreed to be here at this time, all of us that are here, and people listening, you, me, all of us, and that we agreed to be here at this time. And we all have different purposes because we're all good at, different things. And so, and then I also agree that we know when we make part of our contract is when we're gonna die. But I do think something incredible is happening here where people are shifting into dimensions. And now we're actually in between two, third and fifth, I think. So we're actually in the middle of the fray, but we're also ascending. So we're kind of in between two dimensions. A lot of us are who have been focusing on ascending and meditating and all of that because you really have to connect to source in order to, and that's what this is all about, like the multiverse and everything. And I wrote something down here that I heard in that video that was really got to me. It says it's the purpose of it is that all of us can experience every different reality that can be. So, there's one of our, we all have the rich, famous life. We all have, we've all been rich and famous in one of our realities. We've all experienced everything. We are experiencing everything, moving up and down, this whole system. And they were saying that's what it's for. So we can switch reality, we can move into an experience, have all the experiences. But then at the end of this thing, they come up with so many different experiences and stuff. It seems like you would never finish.
Well, I think isn't that the explanation of what I've always kind of was fascinated about was you kind of will remain. You keep coming back here to this prison planet until your soul is content. That's what I've always thought, that you would just keep coming back until your soul's content, until you've learned all your flaws, until you've figured things out. I don't know, you can go into all these sorts of things that kind of keep us here purposefully on a prison planet. But who even knows if this is a prison planet? Does anyone? I mean, it feels like it. Can anyone argue that? It feels like a prison planet. Or yes, Andrew Kang on BoozTube. Yes, it's either a prison planet or a school planet. I get that.
Well, or both.
What was
A school planet that was. But you said something about so that all your flaws and all of that stuff and everything.
Sure.
You were talking about that just now. That's shadow work.
Okay. So again, yeah, it's like again, it's working things out. It's fixing things until your soul is content, and then you're able to maybe jump a timeline and go on to something better, or something more easier. Again, like some Andrew Kang said, school planet. I like that. No one ever said prison planet before. CCTV, did they? I don't know. I mean, I've heard prison planet before multiple times.
Yeah, what's his name? Alex Jones, that his show used to be called Prison Planet.
Oh, before
that was the name of his show. And the logo was like the planet with like some kind of metal thing around it or something like that.
Sure.
I remember they literally made a little planet with
Who remembers the word archons? Does anybody remember that word from back in the day? I just did. I remember that. Archons are crazy, and if you look into that kind of stuff, woo, that's a rabbit hole. I don't even know if that's even on the internet anymore. You probably got to go get a Yandex or something like that to find that stuff anymore. That's 2017, 18 stuff right there. That's the good old days of the internet. Archons that they hold this here.
I actually think the archons are the ones that are controlling the reptilians.
100%.
And they do those ceremonies and stuff because they can't manifest here. These archons can't. They come in to these rituals as sort of a black dust, I've heard. But they can't really manifest here. They have to have a whole bunch of energy, and they can only do it for little bits of time. Like they've been in a lot of movies. These demons and stuff in the background of a lot of movies, these archons. And, I had Daryl on, Super Soldier Daryl, and he was saying archons, they just feed. That's all they do. That's all they're interested in. They don't care who they kill. They don't have feelings. They don't do anything. All they care about is feeding. And I think that's but they're old and they're ancient, I've heard, and they're extremely intelligent and crafty and evil, because they're void of any kind of humanity or anything like that. They just eat and destroy and eat. So they want, you know, food,
Loosh, negativity,
loosh, and all the food and stuff that they
black
want.
goo. Remember that?
That's all
Remember
they
we did
think
that?
about.
Remember we did that? Yeah, the black
Yeah.
goo. We had a lot
And
of
then-
good comments. A lot of good comments. Yes, Archon. Yes, Archon is Gnostic, Thomas. Okay. Don't get snappy, Jules. I get it. Archons are those ethereal parasites. Archons equal fallen angels. They feed off negativity frequency, so be positive instead. By the way, anybody out there listening, if you're watching on Rumble, you're watching on Pilled, you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, hit that notification bell as well. Before we continue any further, I do have to take one commercial break, 30 seconds. We're going to be right back. Let me take this break real quick. We'll be right back. Retirement is getting harder to reach. Inflation and currency devaluation eat away at savings every single year. That's why smart investors are turning to Bitcoin, not as a gamble, but as a global hedge backed by major funds, banks, and even governments quietly stacking digital assets. After hitting an all-time high of $124,000 in October, Bitcoin has pulled back sharply. But in every previous cycle, major pullbacks like this, and even bigger ones, happen right before new all-time highs. Many analysts now believe the next major run could come sometime in late 2025 to early 2026, making this correction a potential buying opportunity. At My Digital Money, we make it simple to invest in crypto with helpful US-based support. Store your crypto offline in cold storage, untouchable, off exchange, and it's fully yours. Open a crypto IRA and roll over to a 401k or IRA to invest with tax advantages. Don't let inflation steal your future. Take control of your digital wealth today at mydigitalmoney.com. mydigitalmoney.com. Invest smart, store safe, retire ahead. All right, guys, and we're back. Make sure that you go to TRUreportingCrypto.com to grab that. You want to walk around with fake fiat money all your life with a pyramid and an owl on it? What are you, crazy? No, go ahead and get that Bitcoin, boy. Go ahead and do it. YouTube will not allow me to drop this. It will not allow me to post in the chat. I am so sorry. But again, if you go to TRUreportingCrypto.com, just hit that up and let them know True Reporting sent you. We're talking about Archons. We're talking about the multiverse. We're talking about a bunch of things. Aren't Archons like the gatekeepers? Isn't that like a thing? Am I falsely remembering that?
Well, the way I understand it, the reptilians get all of they present the problems. They also want, loosh and all of that. And so, but they also want money. They also want to control the planet. And so they need advice from these archons. And that's what their rituals and their sacrifices are all about. Juana Savin told me that Hillary Clinton, when she was at Epstein Island, that when they do these rituals, they put, they have a circle there, and she is the one that conjures up these archons, and that when they come in, they're angry and they're dangerous, and she keeps them under control and everything, and that's why they all look up to her. But that when they bring them in, they want out. They don't want to be contained, and they give them advice for other things. Their food.
Gus Grizios, whatever. They need the gold. And I remember that was the thing too. Like that this planet is like a mining facility that all the humans, where you're digging up. Oh, they're up there. they're digging up for, chips and things to make, microchips and batteries for Tesla and all these sorts of things. It's like, is that what that really is? Is that what you think this is? But I think before humanity, or maybe, what was going on in like quote unquote ancient Egypt and early stages of Africa and India and all these places, I think that these things were mining this planet for energy or something to help their ships or their crafts or something like that. What do you think?
It could be. The story is,
Yes,
that's
please
out
remind
there,
me.
is that the Anunnaki came here to mine for gold.
Ooh, yes,
And
the Anunnaki.
yeah, the Anunnaki reptilians, and they landed on the top of Mount Hermon. And if you know, the United Nations has their main, they have a big building down there at the base of Mount Hermon. And there's also
Where's
like
Mount Hermon?
it's in Lebanon, or where is Mount Hermon?
Chat, where is Mount Hermon? I mean, I can look it up. I have.
Does anybody know? I don't. It's in the Middle East.
Okay.
Might be in Israel. I'm not sure.
Let us know in the chat, please. Turkey.
That's
where it's at.
So anyway, at the base of it is the United Nations. Also, there's like it looks like a ceremonial. It almost looks like a Nautilus or a Vesica Pisces or something that's up there at the top of Mount Hermon.
Did you say a Pisces?
Vesica Pisces.
What is that?
It's the two circles intersected.
Oh, like an infinity sign?
No, it's like the
infinity symbol or whatever?
No, it's like this.
Two circles intersecting, Appalachia badge says.
Like that.
Okay.
That's a bad drawing, but
okay.
Two circles intersected like that.
Ah.
Sorry, that was a terrible drawing, but
that's crazy. All of y'all remember all this stuff. This is crazy. I feel like I'm relearning all this, and I like it a lot. I do have some questions written down for you. From articles, that I wanted to discuss. Just some things that I was researching over the week before coming into the show. I looked up just some articles, random articles, and I would just be like, "Are we living in a multiverse?" As you guys can see on the big board up top here. By the way, if you're enjoying the show over on Pilled, make sure that you hit that like button and help out with Gold Pills, guys. Help those donations. And also, people are asking on YouTube, where can they find you, Linda? Everybody listening, pay attention.
At The Real Snarky 2025, it's McAllister TV. You can find all of my videos. I just got on YouTube. You can find all of my videos at McAllister TV on BitChute and McAllister TV on YouTube. Rumble.
There you go.
All my video. I got thousands of videos up there. But I just got back on YouTube. I don't know if they're going to give me my channel back or not. But I'm on there at The Real Snarky. So every time I do a show, it goes to YouTube now. So I don't know if they'll throw me off again or not.
I don't think they will. I think we're in good hands.
They keep throwing me off.
I want to say thank you out there to Jack Attack 17 with the cookie, Trump on with the cookie, Trusty Turnip with the cookie. Thank you for bringing back Beyond the Headlines. You're very welcome, Trusty. And everybody else out there, come on, hit that. Help out if you can. I would really appreciate that. You guys are the ones that keep this channel afloat and also our sponsors, and we thank them for being a part of this. So let me get back into what I was saying. All right. I type in, are we living in a multiverse? Just getting ready for the show. Why we might and why we might never know. I'm not even making this up. It just feels like every single article that pulled up was from 2020. We all know what took place in 2020. I feel like that was a timeline shift, just like 9/11. I believe that was a shift for all of mankind in one direction or the other, whichever way you want to take it. Probably most likely in a negative, form. But again,
2020.
right.
I would say, though, it would be a positive shift because one of the things I've been doing is listening to a lot of these. Because here's the thing I've learned
Okay.
that ascended ETs, okay,
Sure.
they don't talk, okay? They communicate psychically. Like they don't talk to each other. They go on frequency, vibration. They don't need to talk. They already know. And so there's people that are tuned in to those frequencies and getting downloads from the Pleiadians. Right now, the downloads are coming in like crazy. And what was it that you said? Because I got off on that. But
I was just saying, like the majority of the articles were brought up in 2020 when everybody was talking about multiverse. It's very odd. I felt like there was a shift or something. Why would they be talking about it?
Because and also what they're saying is that this chaos that we're seeing right now is a positive. It's like cleaning out your closet, right? Where you've been stuffing things forever.
Sure.
And you finally open it up and clean it out. Well, you're going to have chaos. You can't, clean it out without chaos.
Right.
You just can't do it. Everything's going to be everywhere. I'm doing it in my garage right now, cleaning everything out, and it's chaotic. Sure. But that's what Trump is a chaos maker. He's like, this is a controlled demolition and 2020, that was when they stole the election.
Allegedly, we have to say that.
Oh, they allegedly stole the election, even
Yes.
though, we did all kind of watch it.
Yeah.
It's not like there's not receipts. Anyway, so that, though, I think was a pivotal part of the plan. Think about it. If that hadn't happened, we wouldn't know. All these people who have done 360, they'd probably still be, Democrats and still be supporting their party. They had to see it, And also, Daryl told me that they were pushed to try to implement their plan too fast. And I can see that. I can see where they're pushing all this stuff too fast. People are not ready to accept all this stuff that they're trying to push. But they had to do it. And that has to do with the timeline as well, I think. That they're on the timeline was shifted so that now, first of all, after all that stuff, remember Obama pardoned everybody. But Obama's pardon doesn't cover anything that happened in 2020. And not only that, everybody kind of saw it.
Sure.
And then the results of it, we're still suffering through that. And then comes the chaos maker who, he builds buildings, he knows about demolition. And he certainly has done that. I mean, I'm in awe of it, actually.
Well, I think we all should be. I wanted to read this post or this comment: awakening the masses through chaos and purge the badness. Exactly. I think it's like, give or take for sure, from one side and the other, which is wild to watch.
It's crazy though, isn't it? Because of the way
I got one for you too. This is a great one. They have to follow the script. Let's start there. What do you think about that?
Oh, I think we're watching a show, definitely.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I'm not pissed off that they might not want me back on YouTube right now, we're in an information war.
Mm-hmm.
And
been in that.
Yes, so they need to be the ones who decide when certain information comes out, not me. So I don't want to be putting information out there because this is a plan and I have respect for that. So yeah, sure, I could be being censored still, or it could be that, maybe some of my stuff is a little too, I really dug around in the dirt there, especially with Epstein. And I have a lot of information on that. So,
They do not like the fringe accounts at all. Um, you know, that is a thing. Um, and we
on
were all
YouTube.
fringe. We were all considered fringe at that time.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is pretty interesting to look back at this. And by the way, when I went to these multiple articles, I only have one pulled up. Again, they were from 2020. These are left wing articles. I mean, it's like, what is this one? I mean, this could be like, CambridgeBlog.org. There were multiple ones from the New York Times, multiple ones from Washington Post, some from the LA Times, and they're all talking about this. And I was just like, why 2020? What are you trying to tell me without telling me when it comes to this? What happened in 2020 that I don't know about? Huh? That's what I want to know.
Oh, well, yeah, we're going to find out.
I agree.
We're definitely going to find out. But Thomas, I look at half these people and I don't think it's the original people. I really don't, like Kelly Osbourne.
I literally opened my mouth to say Kelly Osbourne.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's a huge discrepancy. But what about Adele? She used to weigh like 400 pounds or something. And now she has a teenage body that's all svelte and tone and everything. And
Yeah, but that's not more of the, like, a completely different person. You could look at Kelly Osbourne from not even go back 4 years. She doesn't even look the same. And you know who else doesn't look the same? Is Kris Jenner.
Oh, yeah, right.
The mom.
Right.
She is 71 years old. I swear to God, she looks like she's about 39. She looks crazy.
That's what I'm saying
like
about Adele. You don't weigh that much and then have everything snap back and your muscle tone.
Yeah, Ben's truck. They simply got healthier lifestyles. No, they didn't. That's not what it is. You don't get a brand new head from a healthier lifestyle. What are you talking about?
Right. You don't they didn't saw off their cheekbones and put them higher up. It's like there are certain things, that are different. The facials, it's like Britney. Britney's another one. How many Britneys have been out there, do you think?
I don't know.
They bring them out and they don't look anything like Britney.
I don't understand why we don't ever see her out at all.
Well,
where does she live? Is she in Florida? Or is she still in LA? Where does Britney Spears live? I mean, it's not like we could ever figure that out.
Yeah, I feel bad for Britney because
I do too. I do too.
She's really been abused.
I'm looking that up right now.
But I don't even know where the original Britney is. I mean, I wish I had some of my pictures because some of them just don't look like the same people.
Still lives in California.
It's a completely different bone structure. I mean, their bones, like their jaws are different. Their necks are short. It's like all this stuff that the plastic surgery doesn't cover it.
Ben's truck. You had some good stuff. Osbourne and Adele clearly just lost weight and ate healthier. That can happen when you get rich and famous. You get around clever influences. Kardashian's had a lot of surgery, so she's going to look that way. I don't know. Another person, Jelly Roll, it's like it doesn't even look the same. Post Malone doesn't look the same. There's so many of these people, all the Disney stars too, Andrew Kang says. I mean, it is really weird. Is it Ozempic? If so, I'll take it right now. I told Linda I'll start taking it right now. I'll go once a week, get a shot. Put that in me. Let me lose 50 pounds. I'll come back looking like what the thumbnail looks like, folks. My bones will
Well,
be made of glass, but I'll be all right.
somebody said,
Sure.
you are watching a show.
Wink, wink.
You are
Yeah.
watching a movie. I believe we're watching a clone show. We've got doubles. We've got a lot of different things going on. These people don't look the same. Look, I went to art school. I graduated with honors. I know anatomy. And these people, their bones are different. They just have a completely different shaped skull than the other
They
person.
have different heads. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I agree 100%. When you said that, I was like, exactly. They have completely different heads, and it's like people are so.
And they're noticing it.
But
I've
a
heard
lot
it
of
being. I've
people-
heard it said on Joe Rogan. Yes, so many people have noticed. They're like, there's no way that you could take somebody from 5 years ago. Listen, I look kind of the same. I know that I put on weight. By God, I know when I got up back on YouTube, people are like, good God, what happened to you? I'm like, yeah, you don't know what 5 years of depression does to you when you lose everything. But guess what? I'm also not a millionaire or anything like that. But I'm telling you, I kind of look the same. If I lost about 25, 30 pounds, I would be back to about what I look like. These people have different bone structure. They have different faces. It's not normal. It's creepy.
But here's the real issue. Who are these people? I just saw a picture of Miley Cyrus. It doesn't look anything. It looks like a clone.
No, she looks like she's on methamphetamine. She looks really
She's
bad.
like, it just didn't even look like her, really. But these people are out there, like Miley Cyrus, wearing pizza clothes at her concerts and stuff. What do you think they're doing?
Symbolism will be their downfall.
I mean, they're moving, you know.
They're moving them. I know what you mean.
Moving them.
They're moving them.
Yeah, thank you.
And so if we could tie this together, kind of put a ribbon on this, in what way? We're talking about, we go off on tangents, and that's great. It's improv. It's going back and forth, and I love doing this. And it really goes back to what has changed since 5 years ago. Since February of 2020, when the world shut down and everybody started being like, what is going on? Why is this happening? People start to change. People start to wake up. People fall further into the depths of the abyss. It's going either way. Celebrities start changing all the makeup that was off, all those sorts of things. When you look at Tom Hanks and Ellen DeGeneres and all of them, I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys all remember that. What is that? How does this tie in to the multiverse, you think? What way are we going?
Well, I believe that 2018 was glorious.
Yeah.
And I believe what we're looking at now is because Bill Maher said this.
Okay.
And he was with Jane Fonda, and she said something like, she said something like,
What year was this?
This was just recently.
I thought Jane Fonda's dead.
No, she's not dead yet. But
Jane Fonda?
yeah.
All right, go ahead. I'll look.
And he said something like that Joe Biden was perceived as being weak. And Jane Fonda said, but he's not weak. He's not weak. He's a strong guy. He's been in politics for this long and did all this stuff. And he stopped her and said, yes, but he's perceived as weak. And we both know that perception is reality. So think about that. That's what they're doing. They're trying to create the perception that President Trump is a criminal, right? But they're doing it with lies. But still, what's happening now is, I believe 2018 was glorious, and now it's being put in people's consciousness. Like they have to experience it. They didn't see it. We didn't see it, right?
No, I understand what you mean by that. No, Jane Fonda is still alive. Who am I thinking of? There's somebody that was beautiful, and I thought her name was Fonda. Am I wrong about that? Am I losing
No,
my
she's
mind?
alive.
She was in 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton, which somebody else said had a different head.
Oh, Dolly Parton. I saw a mask line.
I love her, by the way, and I'm
on,
not gay,
her.
folks. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a picture of her with, you can see a
Farrah
mask on.
Fawcett. Thank you. That's who I was thinking of.
She's dead.
Yeah. Appalachia Badger. Thank you. I love these chats. I mean, I could just be like, what is it? I can't find it. And somebody's got my back. I love it.
That was a good guess.
Yes. Love it.
But yeah, that's what I think is happening now. People have to witness it. They have to feel it.
You
know,
think they
have to
are?
feel the corruption. Oh, yeah. What do you think's happening? Some lady just got set on fire again in Chicago. I mean, yeah, I think they're noticing it. It's all blue cities that's happening. I live in Florida. I don't have to worry about it. You're in what, South Carolina? Yeah.
I'm safe here besides Lindsey Graham. Peeking through my windows at night, watching me sleep.
He's been pretty
Twinkle toes. He's a little light in the loafers, and we know it. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But he's also bought and paid for when it comes to Raytheon. So let's not forget that. That's why he loves wars, folks.
Some people say that.
Yeah.
Right.
I say it.
That's what the fake news says. And they go, some people, like
some
allegedly.
It's very interesting. We have gone an hour, I believe, 100%. Actually, we have, and I wanted to. I didn't know if we had much left. I mean, this is pretty much just a return show, just to be like, hey. Follow Linda. Understand that this show we'll do this, once a month. We'll do this once a month, and we'll post it on all of our social media. We'll come back with a great topic. One of the good things is that we can actually do what we used to do is we can play movies on Pilled, but we would have to get some subscriptions over there on Pilled for you guys to take part in that. It would be a secret show. Then we can work with that as well for everybody out there. There's so many movies that me and Linda love, and Linda knows more about, movies than I do. What was the movie that we watched a long time ago, Linda? It was the black and white movie. It was a silent film that we watched.
Oh, yeah. Was it Metropolis?
Yeah, Metropolis.
Yeah.
That movie, that was so fun to watch that. That was the night that I broke down and my gallbladder failed. Right after the stream. Right after the stream, I had to call an ambulance. It was insane.
If we're going to do this, it might be worthwhile to revisit some of those older shows because we've learned a lot more since then.
Absolutely.
It's been a while.
I am totally down with that. We can go back to all this stuff and just understand that you can find her again. Let them know where they can find you, Linda. Everybody watching,
you can
listen.
Find me at The Real Snarky 2025 on YouTube, and you just search McAllister TV on BitChute or McAllister TV on Rumble, and all my videos that I've been making. I've been still making videos and putting them up there. I just made one about Rosie not that long ago.
Rosie who? O'Donnell?
O'Donnell, because he hates her so much.
Yeah, he does.
Trump does. And I just keep thinking, why does he hate her so much? Well, he says she called him a con man, but I think it's more than that. And I started thinking
She also
about,
made fun of Barron for having autism.
well, I was looking back at, I was thinking back on her shows, and I remembered that she had a cutie patootie kids that she would showcase on her show.
I do remember that. I watched that as a kid. I was watching that in 5th grade. I remember watching it. Might have been probably around 5th grade. and she'd shoot the foosballs, but she did have the cutie patooties.
Kids all the time. Kids showcase pictures of kids. And also, so I started looking at some of her old videos and I found some really satanic stuff, where with these kids. It's very, very suspicious. And I started downloading all of Rosie's old shows and watching her interacting with these kids. And it's pretty something, like there was one where she said, draw a picture of Rosie. So one kid, they all drew Rosie in black and she was scary, each picture. And one of them was Rosie standing next to a big tree phallic symbol and had a little kid in her hand and she was wearing all black. And
We need to bring
eyes.
that to the forefront. We have got to find these sorts of things. We've got to find those pictures. That's for another day. I understand that. I want to say this to everybody out there. Any topic you want us to talk about, give us a playlist. Like, give us something that if we haven't covered, you would like to see, just email me. TRUreporting, TRUreporting 1985 at Gmail. TRUreporting 1985 at Gmail. Send all that kind of stuff. Somebody posted something up here. I wrote it down. DMT laser experiments. I would like to take a gander at that. Pretty interesting.
There's so much out there, Thomas, now, so much more than there was when we first started doing this.
Yep.
So, it'd be because I learned too, and I get to hear other people's opinions. And, this is a place that people can have different opinions and nobody's going to shoot them.
No. Yeah. I get it. I understand. Well, folks, we have run out of time. Again, send any of your, just give us some hot stuff that we can look into, and then we can do a show. I'll shout you out. Just tell me what your screen name is on YouTube, Rumble, Pilled, and I'll shout you out and be like, yeah, we looked into this person's idea, and we'll go from there. And let's do it. So, again, I want to thank Linda for coming on. I want to thank everybody for watching here tonight. This is just the beginning. This is, again, episode 1. Go back on my YouTube channel. Watch all the old episodes. I would really appreciate it. Let's get that view count up. We're so close to being monetized on YouTube. You have no idea. Go back and watch. It's the weekend, baby. Go back and watch those old videos. They're fantastic. They're so much fun. So go back and watch them. You can see how skinny I used to be. And you can make fun of me in the comments. So do that. Leave a comment.
You look fantastic.
I wish. I wish. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. We love you very much. And guess what? We're going to be doing this once a month. So always look forward to it. And I really, truly mean this. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And thank you for tuning in to the first edition back of Beyond the Headlines. We love you guys. And take care of yourselves, okay? Have a great weekend. Peace.